Alright, this is Andrew Jolly with Jota Home Inspections. We're doing a sewer scope today at 5491 Heather Way. It's November 18th, 2019, and we've got the camera pushed all the way out to what looks like the main line, the city connection. That's a larger line that you're seeing on the screen right now. We're going to pull it back and see what we find. So right off the bat, this first connection is called the nose on. This is where it goes from your lateral line in the yard into the city line connection. So this one looks good. It's dropping into the main line and not into the bottom of it. You have good grade, good connection point. That's one of the most important parts. This line was 107 feet out and some change. That's about average. Average line's about 100 feet out. This is PVC plastic pipe. That's what they still use on most new construction. You don't have a lot of the issues with PVC like you do some of the older types of pipe. You don't get rust and sediment that builds up it the way that you do the metal pipes. It also has longer sections, and so you have less joints, which is nice because that's usually where roots will find their way in, through the joints. So far I'm not seeing any standing water. I did see a little bit on my way out, and so we're probably going to run into that again, and so I'll talk about that as we're out there. That looks like a sewer clean out point, and so that's an access point somewhere in the yard. A lot of times it's buried, and so it's not something that I saw when I was outside. If you ever had to access that point, a drain company could locate it for you, and then you could dig it up. But it's pretty common for them to be buried. Not ideal, but pretty common. I haven't seen any offsets. Offsets are when the connection points separate and then you get a big lip, which is not good because it can catch on debris and waste. Alright, we just transitioned into ABS. This is a black plastic pipe. It performs in a similar way as PVC. ABS is a good type of pipe to have. And ABS is what's going to be in your house and under your house, under the slab. I accessed this today through a clean out in the laundry room. I have a black cap in here. It's actually covered by a white cover. A little bit of standing water here. So this is the first spot that I've seen any standing water. So this is a little bit of a belly, which is not ideal because waste has to, or the water has to build up before it'll flush down the waste. And so that point right there is not great, but it's definitely far from the worst that I've seen. So covering about 30–40% of the line in some sections. My camera head barely went under it. So it can be a concern. It's not a very big one. Over time you might want to have that cleaned as waste builds up on it. It'll get sludge, and that sludge will get worse over time, and it can cause things to catch on it. That's the access point. So just to recap, you have plastic line going all the way out, a mix of ABS and PVC. I found one small belly underneath the house, probably somewhere in the garage. Under that slab is where I would guess. And other than that, no real issues. You had good grade the rest of the way, no roots, no offsets. So I'm going to end this recording now.